Penske's Brad Keselowski dominated to win the first 2019 NASCAR Cup Series race at Martinsville. Keselowski led 446 laps out of 501 all three stages on his way to his second victory of the year. The Penske Ford driver took the lead from teammate Joey Logano on the sixth lap of the race after bumping past the reigning champion. The only real challenger to Keselowski over the following 494 laps was Chase Elliott. The Hendrick Motorsports driver was the only one to pass Keselowski on track and led a total 49 laps, but a caution on lap 371 handed the lead back to Keselowski in the pits. Keselowski never relented once in front. Elliott closed in, but could not find a way past as the race entered its closing stages. Despite his recent dominance in NASCAR, Kyle Busch was largely anonymous for the first part of the race. But Busch rallied back to be a part of the lead battle towards the end and was on Elliott's tail for in and around the final 80 laps, but could not find a way past. At the finish, Keselowski, Elliott and Busch were covered by less than a second. Behind the top three was Ryan Blaney, who took his third consecutive top five finish. The Penske driver started from 17th but quickly worked his way forward. He did not lead any laps, unlike his Penske teammates, but for much of the race had what appeared to be one of the strongest cars in the field. Blaney beat Denny Hamlin, who had to fight back from an uncontrolled tire violation penalty that he earned after a pit stop he completed at the beginning of the final stage. Kevin Harvick and Clint Bowyer were 6th and 7th, the latter having to recover from two pit lane speeding penalties. Martin Truex Jr. split the Stewart-Haas drivers in 8th with Aric Almirola and Daniel Suarez completing the top 10, although a strong 12th behind Austin Dillon. Kurt Busch had his worst finish since the season-opening Daytona 500. There were no retirements from the race, although there were 5 caution periods outside of the stage-ending yellows. The standout stoppage was the second, which came on lap 146 after Ross Chastain lost an axle. After pitting for repairs, he was able to rejoin the race and was classified 34th out of 36, having only completed 365 laps. Race result: paused driver team car laps gap 1 Brad Keselowski team Penske Ford 500 to 2 Chase Elliott Hendrick Motorsport Chevrolet 500 to 3 Kyle Busch Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota 500 to 4 Ryan Blaney team Penske Ford 500 to 5 Denny Hamlin Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota 500 to 6 Kevin Harvick Stewart-Haas Racing Ford 500 to 7 Clint Bowyer Stewart-Haas Racing Ford 500 to 8 Martin Truex Jr. Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota 500 to 9 Aric Almirola Stewart-Haas Racing Ford 500 to 10 Daniel Suarez Stewart-Haas Racing Ford 500 to 11 Austin Dillon Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet 500 to 12 Kurt Busch Chip Ganassi Racing Chevrolet 500 to 13 Ty DeLongermain Racing Chevrolet 500 to 14 Alex Bowman Hendrick Motorsport Chevrolet 500 to 15 Paul Menard Wood Brothers Racing Ford 500 to 16 Ryan Preece JTG Doherty Racing Chevrolet 500 to 17 Darrell Wallace Jr. Richard Petty Motorsport Chevrolet 500 to 18 Kyle Larson Chip Ganassi Racing Chevrolet 500 to 19 Joey Logano Team Penske Ford 500 to 20 Matt DiBenedetto Labine Family Racing Toyota 500 to 21 Chris Buescher TG Doherty Racing Chevrolet 4991 lap 22 William Byron Hendrick Motorsport Chevrolet 4991 lap 23 Ryan Newman Roush Fenway Racing Ford 4991 lap 24 Jimmy Johnson Hendrick Motorsport Chevrolet 4982 laps 25 Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Roush Fenway Racing Ford 4982 laps 26 David Ragon Front Row Motorsports Ford 4964 laps 27 Daniel Hemrick Richard Childress Racing Chevrolet 4964 laps 28 Landon Cassill Starcom Racing Chevrolet 4946 laps 29 Matt Tiff Front Row Motorsports Ford 4946 laps 30 Eric Jones Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota 4919 laps 31 Michael McDowell Front Row Motorsports Ford 4919 laps 32 D.J. Kennington Spire Motorsport Chevrolet 48,911 laps 33 Corey Lajoago FAS Racing Ford 48,911 laps 34 Ross Chastain Premium Motorsport Chevrolet 365 Engine 35 Jeb Burton Rick Ware Racing Ford 163 Brakes 36 Cody Ward Petty Ware Racing Chevrolet 55 Brakes. Share this article on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, email.